Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Today is Wan Palihat, March 7th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. A crackdown is underway on foreigners on the island doing illegal business, with officials from the Volunteer Defense Corps taking part, all to rein in what the Director General of the Department of Provincial Administration referred to as influential people and mafia groups in Phuket.
This week, the Phuket Provincial Police say they've arrested at least 16 foreigners for a variety of crimes, most of which are related to working illegally on the island and failing to present a work permit. The crackdown comes amid the fallout of the case involving Swiss expat Fehr, as Prime Minister Srettauttawisin instructed the Royal Thai Police and the Ministry of Tourism and Sports to step up measures to ensure foreigners comply with the laws. Meanwhile, Deputy Prime Minister and Interior Minister Anutin Chambirakun warned foreigners living in Thailand to abide by the law or their visas would be revoked. And Phuket Provincial Police Chief Police Major General Sinlert Sukum said officials would consider a blacklist or visa revocation against foreigners who break the law in Phuket. Police Lieutenant Colonel Ketrat Chansin, the director of the Volunteer Defense Corps, also known as OrSor, met with officials at Phuket Provincial Hall this week and emphasized that the crackdown is to, quote, suppress foreign mafia and, quote, influential figures, all meant to prevent Thailand from becoming a source of money laundering. As such, OrSor personnel will also be assisting with checks at Bangla Road in Patong. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
It's official, the Immigration Bureau have revoked the visa of Fehr, the Swiss expat who allegedly kicked a Thai woman near his villa on Yamu Beach in late February. Officials have also issued a fine over a road rage incident involving an ambulance in December of last year.
The 45-year-old is being fined 1,000 baht for defamation and 4,000 baht for reckless and dangerous driving in Talang over the ambulance incident in 2023, in which Fehr had been yelling expletives and sticking his middle finger out and making finger guns out of his vehicle to an ambulance while driving on Tepkasatri Road. A video clip of the incident was posted online, and Fehr had presented himself to police over the incident before, though this case has gotten a lot of traction once the recent incident involving the Thai doctor came to light. In addition, the ambulance driver was fined 1,000 baht by Talang police for defamation. Fehr this week apologized and gave a bouquet of flowers to the ambulance driver. Still, Fehr, also known as David, was deemed by the Phuket governor and the commander of Phuket Immigration Police to be a threat to social peace on the island, according to reports. The commander of the Immigration Division 6, which supervises the south of Thailand, signed an order on Wednesday night, revoking Fehr's retirement visa, based on the word from the governor and local immigration chief. Fehr, whose visa was actually set to expire next week, could file an appeal against its revocation within these 48 hours. The whole thing comes after he allegedly kicked the back of a Thai doctor who was sitting on concrete steps with a friend on Yamu Beach near his villa back on February 24th. It was reported that Mr. Fehr and his Thai wife misunderstood that the pair were intruding into his property. However, officials later confirmed that the steps to the beach were illegally built on seaside public land. Police have charged them over the incident. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. You see your pressure just before you break a bone.
The illegal sunbed operator on Laem Singh Beach have officially been removed after Kamala police and local officials arrived on the secluded beach to explain that that specific piece of land has been designated a protected area and no vendors are allowed.
The incredibly tough task of moving vendors off of the sand at Laem Singh Beach was led by the Kamala police chief and the Kamala Oboto deputy chief, who both stated that no business may operate on Laem Singh Beach. There was one sunbed operator who was renting out sunbeds and umbrellas, and they've been arrested and prosecuted according to local officials, with all the sunbeds and umbrellas removed. Laem Singh Beach, which was declared a business-free beach in the beach cleanup operation by the National Council for Peace and Order in 2014, just months after their military coup, it was meant to, quote, reorganize beaches to prevent operators from occupying too much space at the beach. However, Bangkok Broadcasting and TV Co. Ltd., The company that broadcasts Thai TV Channel 7 privatized access to Laem Singh Beach here in Phuket in July of 2016, and they started charging people 100 baht per person to cross beachfront land, public land, that the company claimed to own. By April of 2017, BBTV closed off access across its land to Laem Singh Beach entirely, with the help of the Phuket Highways Office installing a barrier to prevent people from making their way to the beach. The Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Justice at the time supported a private company closing off access to Laem Singh Beach, a public beach, though they blamed it on the former Phuket land chief, Tawachai Anukun, who himself was found hanged in his jail cell at the DSI headquarters in Bangkok in 2016, hung by his socks. No further investigations onto the land titles, upgrades, and transfers that Tawachai approved during his time as the chief of the Phuket Land Office or during his tenure as chief of the Talang Land Office were ever continued. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
This weekend, over 200 competitors from 32 countries across the globe will compete in an intense bicycle race that will see them cycle the island and Phang Nga province in the 8th edition of the Tour of Phuket.
The popular Tour of Phuket will begin this Friday, March 8th, and it runs until this Sunday, March 10th. This will be the 8th year of the competition and the second straight year it's been restarted after a 2-year break due to the COVID pandemic, with top-class athlete riders from both the local and international scene, all cycling routes carefully planned through Phuket and Phang Nga provinces. A press conference for the event was held on Tuesday at the Angsana Laguna Phuket, and with top officials as well as the CEO of Singapore-based Psycho Sports, along with Jürgen Zak of Phuket-based Z Coaching and the Deputy Director of the Tourism Authority of Thailand. The race will be split into 3 separate stages, with Stage 1 taking place in Phuket this Friday, a 6.44-kilometer time trial. Stage 2 will see a 180-kilometer cycle through Phuket and Phang Nga provinces on Saturday. Stage 3 takes place on Sunday, also on both provinces. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
We really appreciate you joining us here on this Thursday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.